here we are sharing these times and the relations that brought us to believe that what we see on the screens, why we click, why we want to make everything better on our own. We look at the boundaries that we have within our power and the tools where we can weaponize others, use those tools for good or bad, use the energy for those tools. And today I'm going to see my daughter Alice. My son Zane said that maybe another time. And I'm going to see her in 3 hours and a half on video camera. So I wanted to study what to tell her. I wanted to study the letter she sent me and the 14 pages I had reread. Of course, nobody's business. That's why so many women are alone. Families had to separate because of the reasons that everyone has reasons. Be nice to see the Tech Globe Atlas. I will ask Trump as a form of prayer to please find mediations, alternative mediations for world stability, and for Iran as well to listen to those who are in between, not their allies, but those who are in between. It's a world crisis, the pressure we have independently. Leaders can affect by their decisions their own people based in tradition. We can see here that we have two males, Trump and the new leader of Iran. They both seem to be supporters to abuse women in different ways. From the American elitists of power, just married to belong to a circle of society to be supported as president. And the other one was in Afghanistan. Women are now have the law to be violently hurt. There's this belief still linger here in United Kingdom and in the West, in the free world. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. Of course, I will wish to kill all these people that are making my work impossible. And we suppress ourselves because it is illegal. So I'm aware of my rage and where it comes from. So I create, I do sports, I do gardening, I build, I breathe it out, I purify it through forms of transformation. I have work thanks to so many people that not only teach you how to pray, but also to care for one another. So I find myself praying to the most abusive men this earth has created. They have the support of their men to have come to that point, of course. Don't think I'm very proud to have this conversation. I'd rather be role playing. You can put money there in my PayPal account and I will role play non-stop. For the formula of the multiverse, you know what's necessary is required for everyone to control their own and respect other people's boundaries as well. Like women, you were born through that. So it is normal you will just use women as objects to care of your children and for your pleasure. That's it. There is no spiritual pursuit is one, but for what society thinks of you. So now you look at the unknown, now you look at death, now you look beyond destruction, now that you don't have a wife or daughter or a father. I have also gone through that. I can't recover my children. Um, you can recover something else through this. We're all humans and made from different beliefs. Your war is within you, and everyone in the world is watching your own problems. You are a mirror of each other. The rest, with a different skin and culture, because it doesn't matter how far you move into the future with innovations, you would still want to control it. So we have spiritual forms of arts where women were welcome in the world of Sufis as poets and free spirits. What has happened to Iran? So many cultures. Safety is not the same for everyone. I have put all the seeds outside. It's not been -0. The sprouts were quite strong. They have weakened with the cold, I guess. But those who were above in the table, even though they had a protective net against the birds, half of them died. Maybe too much rain and cold at the same time. They fell unprotected. And those below the table, but more who remain alive. So there's a level of protection that the table gave. Um, you might ask to professionals and experts. I do this mistake every year when I garden because I always think they're gonna make it, that it's gonna be fine. If it's -0, I'll bring them back inside. And I keep doing the same mistake year after year. Sometimes I have just 3 beautiful pumping pumpkin plants who give me the most gorgeous uh, leaves that look like antennas. Well, I might hang them in the window and make layers there. So they hung out with brick. Um, what it matters is to see what why we do these things again and again, year after year, making the same mistakes. I really wish for peace right now so we can start working together. We need a lot of patience to make this happen. Believe that other people are not that stupid. Hmm? United States needs to be put down. They are not the owners of the world. The world has agreed on that. So the world can decide to disconnect as well and let United States manage their own. But United States needs a universal intervention of healing as a collective. They have innovated so far and they dare to talk bad about the president of United Kingdom, the prime minister, stammer. You're just from a political party. What can you say to Europe or the president of Spain? It would be nice news. Putin gives petrol to Europe and we finish one of the wars. I believe Putin will support to help this war with the Middle East to stop as well. And we can coordinate. We could give it 5 years for the United States to calm down and we can just simply move to other platforms. If everyone agrees, I will need a building in United Kingdom to have universal mediators. I don't want to work with any secret agency. I want to work honest because I see through. So it's like having to lie and then it builds up and then people want to feel important and they feel divided because they're having a secret. They start comparing or maybe they're afraid that I'm going to be crazy. Um, I perform crazy characters. I cannot role play because it has become now personal. It's not about the tissue of reality that's going on with the storyline, with the role players. And the role players have been very cautious to just keep it alive. So please stop feeling afraid or sending people. If people love each other, that's fine. Thank you. Very nice casting to have. It's nice to have a good casting. It's how movies work. It's how some agencies work. It's like you have to control somebody. If they don't follow up, you can just, wipe them off the system because they give you the money. They're giving you the money, the support, the tools, the platforms. So they think they own you. Hackers think that too. They already knew ahead that people will become psychotic, thinking they own so much power, right? They already knew that ahead. Because people will start to be in touch with their inner rage, their inner source of power. The communication sometimes starts coming out for a few from that which has been suppressed. So listen to your people. It's beautiful. I'm here thanks to being listened. I don't want many people to listen to me because I like to feel at home, a bit more private and cozy. Um, I would like to put my hair white with a moicano and just go to support the each director of each culture is not a president or a king, is an influencer who is a director of their own culture. Hmm? We can make them like pop stars as well, and they have their awards for helping others make a better world in their worlds. There is a lot of dynamics to protect them backstage as well. So I would like to support them psychologically when they have a problem. And it's very hard for me to look at everyone, so many people. So it would be nice also to share the universal credit through 15% or 8% to start for a few people from around the world at the same time. They can pick a village in the world and be welcome in a church, be welcome in a spiritual retreat of the culture that is there, and also get to put value on the spiritual away from politics. It has nothing to do with politics or political parties because that's going to keep moving until it they all die. All right, we're creating a new system here. The old system is so corrupted, they cannot allow people to see what is the money in the map of the government. Only Venezuela will do that, which is a good start coming from the government. Of course, government is going to continue. It's just it used to be a nature, but now that people are more aware, it's no need to. We don't need this money for wars as well. So you will help us on this. We all need to help for this to happen. If everyone agrees for these presidents to simply be in power for the next 10 years, so there is no more internal wars and we can work and support each other. Yeah, with no more dramas. All the world can agree to be a president for the next 10 or 15 years. They can pick up that is for the next 10, 15 years. And the people to know, no matter if Mr. Trump agrees or not, because he's going to come down, I guess. Yeah, he's going to be brought down from what he and the people that were supported, people who hate women so much, they have to go with kids. Yeah. It's just the same people in Iran as well that hate women so much. They have to hide them. And in Afghanistan. So we we can accept the reality of right now. That's one of the rules of virtual reality. If you're a liar, of course, you will really believe in your delusion or make other people believe in your delusion and just promote that with all the theater you can provide, even with agents of the government. Let's just be more transparent, you know? You say, hey, look, I work here. I came here to support, that's it. I came here to support in this. We can start from scratch and just see those buildings. Of course, you have to understand that we need a place that is peaceful. It would be beautiful that Iran has the central. for the influencers from the world of the Muslim world. They were not Muslim. They had the Sufis. They had so many cultures. I would love to make another story where their own prophets, so that their own people can be testament of God asking to return to your universal language in Iran. And I will give them that power with my words. Well, my word is gold. Trump, if you want to continue as a president, make peace, all right? I will have better stories for you. But right now, um, just thanks, Melania. I mean, why why would you just try to pay attention to your people and respect the leaders of the world? That it's not going to happen in this way. You cannot put the right party from South America for the America. This is old fashioned. You need to trust in people that are brilliant and have better connections. All right. Like I have straight connection with God. I can talk in first person. I just don't want to ruin it all. And then like, well, yes, it's the human part that binds us together, isn't it? We can fix this as a form of having fun and humanity and trust and love and understanding. If you stop consuming to publicize yourself, I think Elon Musk to not do that so much and to go inwards to see within. He must feel very special that he belongs to this elite because, yeah, and he wouldn't care. He would just take from people's ideas because he thinks he's special to take from them and chisel to generate his own stories. He wouldn't care if taking from people that need to provide to their children or are homeless, and he's just taking from their work and their energy because he really thinks to be special. And he is entitled with this ring of people, all these males, because they were in this place. And that's where you have to go. Let's say that game is over. All right. I want to thank so many women out there as podcasters to talk for women. The women need their village to help women. It's just, I wish this rings to your heart. Candid owns. Very smart, very smart. She did her furry matching words, very good. In response, it is an epic war. Come to virtual reality. That's epic. Give us a percentage to to. We don't want to be like you. Just let us be as we are. Also, try to find a place to unite to see it coming, so we can share this together in a real world place. So it is like this, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg. Meta cannot have virtual reality because others are going to copy it, all right? So you must welcome the main tech titans in the world to not to feel welcome. It's the same way I welcomed you to not to get entitled and say my formula. You need from me as much as I need from everyone to administrate their character traits in their nations and have the loop of money going back. Yeah. When we have registered all the characters from each universe can be played. I've not said this before, but there's so much. There's so much. There's so much. I've been 20 years. It's like having three master university degrees. But I cannot talk like that to my daughter. I need to show her that it has become successful. Um, you know, the Prince William the Terrible can tell his children as well. Look, you know, it's not just about my voice. There are many people who are here welcome you to laugh about how social differences are, how people want to be something they're not, how much it takes to humble up and just laugh about yourselves and accept that we are not perfect. But there are certain things you cannot do. It's very hurting to see the royal family mistreatment of Prince Harry and his children from a peasant's perspective, because we do everything to have our family together. We forgive so much. We go through so much. But what is to make scandal? It's not because it's a good story. It's because you have the media to promote this, and people love to talk about the royal family. The English monarchy. People also need the stories of mysticism within the kingdom. It's always been occult. The press they have, the jokester, and to warm up our hearts a bit. Yeah, accept a new character out there uh, who can just break the old stories as well. There's so many characters. We have to build characters to sometimes make a group move because they're stuck. They're always there are tendencies where they get stuck. So that's what characters do. They do what's of them to do. You have to bring a new character sometimes, and it just changes the whole game. But sometimes it feels like to what extent, you have your people, your family exposed to the media. You don't want your children to be prostitute and be giving so much to media. So it's very beautiful to see them grow and share a little bit here and then with the people and the masses. Is natural to them, and it's beautiful. There is a sense of safety as well, that they're not overly exposed and they're seen independently. That's very nice. to see them. And we need to aspire to go high. We need to believe in the high class. We need to believe in the immortal patience that Harry is having as a noble. And how cruel to not see your father, family. Just people don't talk about it. People have their lives, but for what? Just for saying just words. That of course, people's reputation is very important. How could you say that about your mother-in-law or Megan about your sister-in-law? How do you call this? For lipstick. People like to talk about this, of course. I don't know. Tom Cruise was too much to look at him as a rock star. Uh, he did well. He did well. It's just that it didn't fit the role. He could have done another rock star, but I one of my favorite musicians, of course. It's just the he looked very good, very good. It's just really, I will go to watch it because it's Tom Cruise, but something made me feel a little bit like, like it's not the character. But well, he can do what he wants. There will be always people I would love to see it. I go to see Tom Cruise in the theaters alone nearly all the time, all the time, all the time. Since he became older, something about, I think since he got Impossible Mission. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe I cross over and I just see his soul rocking it with the girls and that. Uh, I had that kind of life as well. So at least to remember would be nice. That vibe. Wall side, the wall side. All right. Really love that we can start working on this. You know the next chapter's history and the two probabilities, the two outcomes, keeping alive, keeping in a new life. So you really need to know your ending if you like to end well. This is the most important theme for a character. It has to be really bad to give your life, your character's life, or the to continue. It has to be really bad. So this is my offer. When I was in Jordan, my Lord said that they're going to give the power to Qatar or whatever he mentioned, and United, because the prince is there. Because they have more money, and they have. But it's not about. He knew Iran would support a Palestinian. I would just listen. Um, I thought, but Iran has so much history, no? Like, I don't remember what I said, if I said something. Uh, this is a deal for peace and creativity, where you will love your woman and man to flourish, together. Um, I don't want to be known for anything, but I only want to know your own success, that you're giving right to life, a new form of life. Maybe all the leaders from around the world agree that we should close connection with all the tech titans from United States and everything related with the United States. I would say 5 years of healing. That's what you give to a drug addict. They're addicted to their celebrities and their shows. It's an addiction that's beyond delusional. I need the School of Psychiatry to create a new word. The future presidents will go through psychiatry follow up and continue to have therapy groups and cathartic meditations to handle the power that is given for the people. The money of the military can help mansions into villages as well to protect certain areas where we could create around near places of conflict. So we can go around it, creating mansion into villages until there is no more conflicts and wars. You need the world to have the power to do so. To believe that people can have this credit and system to do it on their own, by their own choice, by looking at the Tech Globe Atlas and their entities. We'll see this in outer space. We can work together. So, you have the potential. We're not that stupid, also. You don't want to see any country hostage because they don't have a nuclear weapon, like Venezuela, Ukraine. So we need to really think at what point we are of the balance from protection to nuclear protection, because only psychopaths are in power. Selfish. I know what it is. I grew up as top rich person all my life. I grew up all my life and live better than them because I didn't have to pretend anything to anyone. So the words for some people didn't hurt many people. Like I think I didn't. I think maybe I cursed somebody to death and he died. I was like, oh. So you don't have to believe that what you say becomes true, but when it happens to be, you get to have memories from past lives. So I know where it comes. So I have memories from past lives. I know that in this life, I would not wish to go there on that road. We all have a real dark character traits. They're not shadow, they're real darkness. And you have all the music in the world, all the colors in the world, and all in this planet Earth, the textures as well. I wish my daughter to feel as free as I was and study what she really wants. I would love to support her and my son. I would love to not have to hide myself because the world of man is being the way it is, the way they can call themselves what they want. They have all the synonyms in the world to categorize what is this they're doing, or women that work for them as well. So it's not that I want to work with women or with men. I just like to be transparent. I welcomed you to enter into character. It's very good for your agents of intelligence as well. We have played characters that were given to us, and we have seen also the best characters that are being played are always when you have designed them, because you have created every little psychological trait, backstage history. So there is joy in it. There is joy in the humanities. You will love your people to become wiser. You love yourself more and the people around you as they are. You get to enjoy their simplicity in their own texture. They become real life characters, but even better. You appreciate more the people around you. You have brighter eyes to see all those colors and shapes and textures and how they care of themselves and why and where it comes from and how lovely life is with them around you. Those are the characters you pick for your life forever. So yeah, you trust them, and that is a word of safety for today in the interior of your affairs. Considering that I give you an opportunity to think about it, it requires many people to agree. So you need to secure the data somewhere where it's very cool, to not produce too much energy, to maintain its energy levels, and cooperate with one another. Right? I will be there if you like me to go. I do trust that people are not so evil. They are just hurt from so many wounds. It's unstoppable to keep the war is to keep protecting themselves. So um, horrible. Is you have horrible people living in that culture because they're in a horror state. So it's horrible. They have feelings too. So it will take 4 generations for them as Americans to recover from what has been done to their children, to their schools, to the migrants, to the rights, to the left. I do like the rights party in America for now. I do believe there is more transparency thanks to people like Elon Musk. Yes, they're manipulators. Of course, they've tried to take over Venezuela and kill people in Venezuela. I think that Venezuelans are with you 100%. This is Venezuelan territory. I will know the truth when I go to Venezuela if every person that is holding the administration, even they are your companies, they are Venezuelan. You will teach them administration then. Teach them, but they are in charge, working for you, putting those numbers well, and making this transition to green energy as well. It cannot be that we are going to destroy this world because of money and consume and just wipe wipe ourselves off because I have a bigger dick than you. You know, why don't you just go out there and hold bigger dicks than you and say that again, right? This is the way some man end up. I can understand women do that as well for different purposes, but let's just move on from that metaphor. I have many stories about that metaphor, but I'm not in a verse where you can share that. When you enter in a verse that's fantasy realm, you're already mentally prepared. So it's glamorous in there. It's nice form of art. Expression is funny. Is intense. Is erotic. Is poetic. Is not right there. Like, it has its angles to the story. Yeah, and it becomes elegant. There are tricks to make. I mean, the people that Elon Musk has are so ignorant when it comes to sex for storylines. They're so fucking flat, average. I would call that insults. Insults! They're like cells inside the soul. I will give you the rules of roleplay for the erotica realms that belong to many verses. I had a lot of fights when I have been doing this mediation. It's been like, oh, now they're not fighting against me because I had the all role players fighting with the rules. These are rules that exist before I came, and some rules that I have also been supporting according to how roleplay was built. There are many people before me, behind me. I mean, I wish you could shake hands with all of them and thank them. There are many that need to be found, and they can tell you how they got psychotic, uh, thinking they are that character. They can explain you to the psychiatrist, and we can record so it doesn't happen to people in the future. This was one of my worries, and we need government to protect mental illness in that regard, but not to be also government to protect for the character traits, and we need government to protect for the law so it's private. Also that the role plays, there is no pedophilia in role play. There are rules for everything. You can do anything you want. Like Jeff said, my best friend, homeless friend, he's still alive. He said he has schizophrenia and talks with himself, or maybe he has a spirit. His boyfriend died, so he talks with him. Whatever it is, in his reality, it is real. Whatever it is, spirit or in his mind, I respect him for that. Wish I could have helped him to heal because I've studied, been in many groups for that. Um, Wish to end homelessness, that's for sure. So he said, in the multiverse, you can be whomever you want. I wish he comes here and talks about it. He's a bit shy. He's a character himself. I might invite people here to talk a little bit. I might end up starting with the next channel. I wanted to do something that's the same, but it's starting from scratch, so people can understand what is starting from scratch. Um, this is not for everyone, right? I don't want to keep posting to create content because sometimes I make jokes that are not to be taken seriously because intelligent people can understand where it comes from to to incentivize. I love you to know that I love you all in your differences. I feel your struggles in first person. I feel your love for your people. I feel you're also part of transcendence. That's why you're here. You're very strong to not give up. I want to thank Iran to support Venezuela when Trump sanctioned my country. And there was no country in the world. So we need to stop these wars of oil as well and free ourselves from the mental illness of United States. We love them very much as well. They have very many talented people. We might not see them again for 5 years for their own recovery. We have our own power to empower the world we are, to bring balance. And we must consider the measures. There is 1, 2, 3. There can also be 3, 2, 1. Well, just imagine that there is man we can admire in this world as protectors. I have the best man in the world. I'm not gonna just say that, oh, I'm better than man. Oh. I mean, I would still see drug addicts even if they're in recovery, but that's me. I'm just saying for the general collective in the world is enough. 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 I would love to see the Princess of Spain visiting Venezuela one day, or the Prince Cacique of Venezuela visiting the Princess of Spain. They could see each other in somewhere in between. um, make a memorable and historical new page for our cultures to represent brothers and sisters who support each other with the Hispanities and the with the culture that were before as well, to honor uh, the Mexican president. I love her. To have support Cuba. It's very cruel to have United States right now hurting people for their cultural differences. There are certain things that, of course, cannot be supported anymore. But more hatred is not the way. Yeah, yeah, they hate you. We hate you. You know, they hate me. You hate them, and you invite the ones who like you more. This has to end. All right. We have a tech globe atlas to attend. I can only start this channel when I have income that can say I have balance to bring my children. I have a team. which is work from the inside to support the directors of each continent and culture. That's all. Yeah, and I can listen to them, and it would be nice to form a team so we can work together on screen, off screen, be friends with the elite, with friends with the influencers. This is to support influencers through directives. Of course, Joe Rogan would be the one for United States. He gave himself. I also love so many influencers in United States. I love so many people. I cannot spend more time watching so much. I writing. I have notebooks for each country and culture, and I should have a computer just to. I should have a computer for each nation. So, how many channels already for each algorithm? So they must know better. Must know better. That's for sure. And from there, we also have a universal. I wish you to appreciate this mediation. Um, we can agree the having United Kingdom to hold the universal facility. Well, one is for everyone in the world. Is universal. One day it's gonna become a space station that goes around the world. All right. So we can look at it from that perspective and promise that this is going to be for the universal values, the universal coin, and the universal degree of ours. Yeah, you cannot go higher than that. But yeah, you gotta merge yourself in science fiction a little bit because we're getting there. We might be alive to see this building moving around. And the thing is that to it's not easy to just station a building and put it up in the air again. So could be a false premise that the people would get to a level to invent that because the gravity on Earth is heavy. Just saying, I know you know that. I would really love to honor one another as you honor one another and know that other people feel for you as well. Um, I'm having my children back thanks to you. Um, they own your happiness to you. You know who you are. So be brilliant for this to happen. Talking from parallel world is against the laws of virtual reality. You can't cross over. That's how pedophiles talk. I was thinking to make the gaslight verse for you. How people talk to each other in that verse. And I will make different groups if you like. There are infinite verses to yet to be created as well. And characters can be administrated. So these characters can become famous, and some people might want to play them in another multiverse. Yeah, so we can have that system where each character has a value. And as little as it can be. How many billions of people are here on Earth and in the future that can enter in virtual reality to study and all this, all right? So come together to consider that the only way to have peace is respecting everyone. We have already conquered the world, we've seen the world, there is no more to convert. Have some Christian character traits. Have some character traits from Jesus himself. Give yourself to your people. Within yourself, within your own safety, in your own psychic. He did not wish for wars like your prophet or Buddha, who would just he did come down the hill from the gates of heaven. What's enlightenment? To talk with the language of the people. He came down for enlightenment, Buddha. He gave himself. He could not enter heaven knowing there's so much mystery in the world and unconsciousness, so much rage. So we must gather together to tell these things to our face. You Buddhists are this, you're so selfish, you just go in the monastery. You never care really much about, but your enlightenment. So um, these are judgments. You have crazy people in monasteries where you can observe the level of madness. It has a gate towards enlightenment. You must cross over madness to understand. But madness is not enlightenment. It is still unconscious. And when we play all the madness in first person, with privacy, with no one judgment, not hurting children, yeah. So it is not that you go and hurt people if you want to. There are rules. There are rules. There are rules that people can learn through experience. There are rules that people can learn by understanding how it happens. I would love to discover how you feel that you're safe. I'm worried for my daughter's future. She's studying social justice and she finds too much words to study with paper. And she might want to study something more holistic. I grew up like that actually. Then I went by my own to books in these last decades in libraries. I wish you to feel as much free and abundance and love that you can hold for others. That is the original power God wants from you to transfer in your generation. Maybe you're a bit too old for this and should give room to the new generations as well and listen to them and keep your culture at bay and see that's not much of a difference whom you are and Trump is. It's an old story. It's very easy to put the anger on people who are already on a stage of anger by defeating themselves. It's very easy to bully someone who has an history of war, crisis, reasons to fight another culture. The It doesn't matter how many generations. My boyfriend, we're not together now. He's half from Iran, and the violence is still in him, even though he was born in our kingdom. I like to say all the perfect things from people. I love violence. You need it in sports, you need it in writing, you need it to sharpen your mind, you need it to be a player, you need it for certain games, tones of voice and music, the gravity. Is related also to rage. Divine rage is conscious. And the violence through hatefulness to fix something is known to be a bit brutish. But anyways, we can go like animals out there, the wilderness if you like, or not. Just feel safe. Feel safe. The multiverse is for people to allow their emotions, their crises, their realities to be understood on their own. Just on their own. You don't need a therapy. You don't need a therapy group. You don't need anyone analyzing you. Those are days of the past. Yes, some people need some analysis. But in roleplay, you have that already through playfulness. I love you all. Feel the pain. First person, I feel my own pain. I wish you feel mine as well. It's not the best way to win through pain, even though all the cultures that support pain, you can give birth without pain and without drug. That stimulations out of your body because the rage goes in to push. It transforms into a different passage from death to life. And you need a lot of practice to remember what's that. There is memory tissue we can recover from our DNA. Hmm? There is so much. There is so much we have to cherish. Okay, that's it. Uh, it continues with your story and his story. And you better be good. Put that monthly income. Uh, we're supporting for that. So we're supporting for that. Doesn't take too much, really. Um, it just doesn't take too much to have. I do need others. You need others. God cannot make us that perfect. Doesn't matter how much operations you have. Many people need to learn tantra, so they stop uh, playing games with their body and appearance. It is good to look good. I have nothing against that. We have a temple. That's our body. You can do a few things here and there. There's also a fine line to feel. So you need to feel more. Yeah, you're having higher levels of attracting attention and energy from others, or money and sex, or simply attention because it's a feeling. And by wanting more, you can discover other formats. So there's a great mental illness in the United States, and it can infect the rest of the world with their distortions. Starts to be distorted. You need more love, so you're cultivating more, and the range will ask for more. It's like an addiction. So you got that because of that, and you think that by making more you will gain more. So we need to do more exercises of how you do to gain more energy, more love, more attention. All right. I mean, there are many ways to get to that, but you are going to teach that as well, and you know who you are. If you're listening to this, there is a balance within all the arts. Um, you can have the power to hold the meaning of what is beauty and what is love from a male perspective. It's beautiful to have beautiful men, of course. You know, I have loved beautiful men. Is I will say is the only weakness I have. I guess men have always loved just beautiful women. I'm like, oh, you like a doll. I also like a doll, beautiful. It's not about a particular shape. But loyalty is very beautiful. Loyalty. And there are different forms of loyalties as well. That's where you get the connection, right? Um, it's true love. You like to be loved. You like to be wanted. You like to play. So let's try to make this a bit more fun. Scandal is good, of course. Scandal is good. Oh, this is illegal. It's not. It's a free world. That's a free world. This is a free world. I want my children to love themselves and not have to feel they have to change anything. It is good to have a connection with your body. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to feel the intelligence form in your body. Dancing for me has been a gift, but I don't like every teacher of dance. I find them annoying. It's like the yoga um, sound sensitive. So I hypersensitive. Um, I would love them to study music, sounds, with their voices as well, with the British sounds, and the different forms of beauty that come with it as well, that you can exchange throughout the arts of forming yourself beyond yourself with the intelligence of the collective. So I don't know what to say about Nick Fuentes. Why is he not allowed on YouTube? Well, what would be, I don't know, if there is people that can talk with some of the professional journalists that are independent in YouTube now, and they can ask him the reasons why is he out of YouTube. Um, Will he consider to support his generation or political party as a group? How would you do to gain political power? Would you support Candace Owens, and would she support you as from different perspectives, right? As you are. This is what you are. That's so beautiful. And yes, like who cares about fucking Hitler? That we have to bury the past. We have to joke and grow out from this. Arabs, Muslims, like Jews, like this. Yeah, you're Christian. Oh, this all this in your face. So imagine we don't talk about it anymore and we just move into our own. We'll move faster because we're letting them die. We just let them die, kill themselves, shall we? Just let's see the tech globe map and start from now. From scratch, we'll be saying that the leaders around the world have agreed with or without United States if they are going to collaborate with the tech titans for the virtual reality, accepting there are many characters in the world to help to recollect for each multi-universe because each character is unique and we cannot allow the tissue of reality to be broken. Mark Zuckerberg, don't worry, I'm not smarter than you are because you have everything you've done. I hate it when Facebook came out. I knew it was bad for me being in role player. I was in MySpace, but I knew it was bad. Felt that's a rival. Uh, I felt was an enemy too. So you got support, you got money, you got investors. Hey, look, you're not smarter than I either. You just got connections. I got connections. Look, it's 4:44 here in Windsor. What time is there? So, uh, just think about me giving the rules of role playing to virtual reality and accept this deal to happen, which is greater than anyone could do, thanks to the national libraries from around the world, on how we are going to make this to perfection for the multiverse. Yeah, the logo is for the multiverse, not for Facebook. And yeah, uh, we love it to be known as the multiverse because the metaverse is taking away the beauty of it. This is a stage of recognizing the multiplicity of the importance of each of everyone in us, not the United States. Yeah, and you want a big piece of the cake. You want to own it all. That we're going to see with the other tech titans if they like to be part, because they can copy. Anyone can copy it. This is the danger. This is the only way that no one can copy it. Yes. Um, so I know you like to win. I'm not playing a game or a war of hackers against you because nobody has seen me hacking, right? These are stories that people say. We should not allow these problems to disturb our minds or the future. of the stability of the future, because we're already having fun, knowing that all the good is gonna come through around the world thanks of the influencers, and accepting which platforms for this platform is for that, and we're making it slowly, surely. Um, as pink and purplish and dreamy rainbow, you might see me this. That is a goddess for the rainbow that its dreams are recorded with the faiths in Olympus, in the heavenly earth, when we come to life, as our promise to life, to remember why we came to be alive. The same dream goes down to the river Styx, which will hunt you till death for breaking your own promises, or the reason for you to be alive. And you would die for it. That's the reason why we die from certain. How did this person die from this? That's the meaning of how you die, and then you die. Oh, it doesn't matter, we're just dead. Oh, but there was a reason, all right? There was a gravity to took to that. So it has a meaning for the goodness, to fulfilling our promises. We came here alive for. So imagine people honoring the Arab world, Middle East, the beauty, the perhaps the Prince of Saudi Arabia. There are so many princes there, but they would allow to have, like in Dubai, or they can allow there to have a globe tech map for the influencers of the world, and the information of artificial intelligence and all the blocks for the memory data somewhere in the mountains where it's very cold in Iran. But is it really cold there somewhere? Or is to or people love to go to Iran because it is like putting people in danger. Could they be killed because they are still have fanatics? I'm also eccentric. Yeah, we're here because we have some eccentricity. We have come to an excess to come to the extreme of ourselves to make sense to all this and find our balance. It's interesting to learn from the scriptures we're on, the universality. There's a university for that. Um, to feel safe that no one is going to be killed. Like, as to you, to others. That is your redemption, to know you're not the only one. Your belief is not the only one. Your belief is killing you inside. I know that romanticism, I play it all the time. It's very romantic drama. I live with it. My children. Those are my first words when I wake up, when I go to sleep. So the obsession with the Jews in Israel and the obsession Israel has as well is as deep as yours. With my understanding the multiverse, what is all this about? Better? Um, believe the Iran has Not only a lot of culture, but a lot of scriptures to understand and to create from this part of history the returning to a universal language. Am I being clear? You want to fight until the end? That's the curse that God gave us. We must work for this to pick a word for it. I don't want to listen to the discourse, but I will listen, even if I don't want to. Because I'm tired of these wars and power trips. So boring. I'm boring as well. Makes me boring. Not like the boring that I want to be, that I like. I like to have my library around for the multiverse and be role playing non-stop and take care of my children and just take care of the each director of each nation and culture. Um, make sure it's a better tomorrow. A political field by people using well their government's money. I'm not gonna go resentful to anyone that is whatever it is. I grew up top rich, right? I live through the top of the top. I never really like Hollywood and all that. I allergic, right? Uh, you you might like to make love with people that you think are famous and fill up a stadium because he's a star in the music industry, easy to sleep with and shake off. It entertains your appetite through the arts. It's a bit of a prostitution, yeah. It's like high class prostitutes that can, sleep here and there with the people in the elite, and they're supported as well. But everyone would love to sleep with guys that are also famous, right? If they could. A man do that also to gain music records. It's sad, it's sad. It's sad how people do it. I mean, you really think that power and sex, because they look good, they're promoting themselves. That's new. That's new. Just for a few decades. They became so powerful and rich with the fashion industry. We have new stars coming from the multiverse and the influencers. And we have new awards to give. And they are the new celebrities. And that is to celebrate. I don't want to see people crying. I will talk about her. I will talk about her a full hour. She's hosting a show doing makeup. And she said, I'm not famous. We're nobody. Of course you are somebody. You are very important. You are going to be as famous as Marilyn Monroe. Support it in your own style. Not just be stuck with one channel. Have a mansion into a village. Have your mansion. That's what we deserve to cherish. Keep cheering. All right? Bye. Your world to my world. Peace, man. It's not a joke. It's your promise to have come. Let's see if Trump is replaced by the count of 1, 2, 3, or three. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. It's up to everyone. Bye.